everyone, welcome back to the page, to the channel, to Asbusquets YouTube channel. Today, I am joined by two unbelievable guests, two very dear brothers of mine. And we are going to be talking a little bit Arsenal today. So, naturally, I thought to bring two of the most knowledgeable Arsenal fans with the cutting-edge takes that you guys need to be listening to, and also might have some transfer news. Also, I just thought about that right now as well, potentially. We'll think about that in a second as well. But I am joined firstly by the boy. I'll let you do your own intro, actually, because it is the best intro of all time. Hello, mate.
Yo, guys, it's your boy LA for a while.
It just gets the spine tingling and the nervous system awake when you hear that. Unbelievable intro. Oh, stop. Wait.
There's no reason for me to get your spine tingling, all right?
Yeah!
No reason at all.
Got my ears tingling.
Me.
Hey,
yeah,
turn your audio down, buddy.
It is tingling the spine. Come on now.
Yeah, why not bomb and party? Okay, cool. Listen, forget about that. I'm also joined by my very good friend, Mr. Barrow Brothers. We've got Mr. Khalas, Mr. ITK, Mr. Rimedi.
I just want to let you know that I'm taking a minor break from my transfer journalist journey.
Are you actually horrible, man? This guy actually made me think Vinny was coming. You're a joke, man. You're a joke.
Oh, no.
You were here for Vinny, and that's it. That's it.
Time out. Wallahi. I swear to God, which is what Wallahi means. I was so confident of the Vinny stuff. Wallahi, if I tell you what I knew, bro, we were there. And if you read all the reports, it literally keeps saying Vinny turned around last minute, last second, last minute.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they only see the front part, the back end of it.
Yeah, they're not seeing the
sad
iceberg, like the rest of the iceberg.
Look, they don't understand humans can change their mind.
No, but you're saying to me, at no point was it a Vinny swindling Madrid with Arsenal. At no point.
It was never swindled.
To join the club.
No, it was legit. I'm saying, wallahi, bro, it was legit. The Real Madrid last second, they offered him an offer that he couldn't refuse. And then
naturally, that is the cat and mouse game. And that's the reality of being a transfer journalist. Even Fabrizio's thinking about packing it all in. So to be fair, I understand and I do sympathize with.
You're saying gap in the market?
Huh?
Gap in the market.
You might, hey, khalas. I'm telling you, the gap in the market, but you're taking a break as well. Fabrizio's been doing this for like 3 or 4 years. He can take a break. Broski started yesterday.
This guy started yesterday. Talk about I'm done now.
I'll be back soon.
Faisals one is finished. Wallah, it's done.
Wallah, it's done. You saw the clip.
That guy was really putting it all on the line. And now that I think about it, Faisal's lost a bit of weight. So he must have been getting a couple of them wrong, because the fast that he must have been doing is mad. Unbelievable. But anyway, we have come here to speak about Arsenal Football Club. Why? Because obviously you are the Premier League champions, boys. Congratulations on winning the Premier League. You are the holders of the trophy, which is an unbelievable achievement.
One thing I'll say, me and Wale don't actually hold the Premier League. We support the team that hold the Premier League, because there are too many men that make it their whole personality. I'm Premier League champion. What did I win? Nish.
To be fair, though, you were there.
I'll be honest. Listen. You speak.
You were there in the trenches, Rimedi.
No, bro.
Rimedi, speak for yourself.
What did you say, Ale?
No, so if he wants to do the whole I just support the team, I'm not a champion, that's fine. Bro. Listen, as far as I know, I was on the top of that bus. That's all I was there. Because the corner I was holding after Wolves, the emotional damage they did to me after United at the Emirates, the mental warfare I was battling every day. Oh, bruv, I'm a champion. 100%. No one can tell me I'm not.
No. You can be a champion. You can be a champion. For certain, man.
Yeah. I'll be honest, but I'll be honest, though, Rimedi, I'm surprised you're saying that, because I remember first being mutuals of you years and years and years ago, and Arteta was coming under heavy scrutiny. Same with Ale as well on our past the board days as well. Arteta's coming under heavy scrutiny, and you guys saw dark days. So to get to the point that you guys are now, that's why congratulations definitely are in order, because it's not easy being a fan of a football club, especially like Arsenal, the ones is clowned ever so much. But speaking of Arsenal, first of all, I want to do a bit of Premier League predictions with you guys. It is the main thing that most people are going to be doing in and around this time Obviously, there is still moves to be made in the window. And naturally, while you guys talk about your predictions and where you think the clubs will finish, the transfers that have come into those teams will be spoken about as well. The main question that I have for you two is, will Arsenal be back-to-back Premier League champions?
Yes. And I think this isn't the sort of... I think Bruno Guimaraes has done so much for us, I think in terms of the issues I thought that we had. And I look at it now and think there's still so much work to do in terms of our attack. And we're going to get onto that. But I just think, what you're getting from Arsenal on any given day. You're going to get a team that barely going to concede a shot on most days. You're going to have a team that are just so structured well. They're just oiled well. And I think I look around and I look at the teams around us. You're going to have a Man City team. All they've known is Pep. They've got to change. You've got a Chelsea team that are, again, adapting and changing for the 10th time. You've got a Liverpool team that literally need to learn under a new manager with squad depth issues. You've got United who, again, they're building under Carrick now, but do I think they have enough to push for a title, especially with the depth that they've got? No. So I think it's more of, when I look around us, there's not much to be scared of. But at the same time, for us, we've strengthened in some key areas, but the most key area we haven't done. But I think still we get it over the line. Not on a absolute, like we just absolutely stormed the league, but on a consistent 38 weeks, who's going to slip up the least? It's going to be Arsenal. That's what I think.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that. I think you guys have been very, very good at minimizing the opportunity to lose matches of football. You guys have been doing that for ages. We're going to touch a lot more on Bruno G as well, but I think he does a lot of interesting things for Arsenal. Just from an outside perspective, watching Arsenal, I think Bruno G does quite a bit for that. Rimedi, talk to me. Is it going to be back-to-back Premier League champions for you, mate?
It's tough, right? Because I think Wait, can you see me? I bugged out.
Yeah. Just for a second, you're all right.
Okay, so for me, to be honest, I think stagnation is very, very key when it comes to these things, right? And I think looking at Arsenal, I'm slightly in fear of stagnation, only because at the time of recording, outside of Christos Solis, we have not signed a forward. And definitely with Bruno, he can help us a lot in terms of our build-up and being as incisive as possible between the lines and over the top, which is something that we've been missing out on. So, of course, that will get a lot out of the attackers. But when I look at the quality of some of our attackers, the quality isn't up. And I would say there are a number of teams that are in and around us that have, if you look at the overall collective, a better forward line than us. I say midfield is hard to argue that Arsenal have the best, if not one of the best. Defense, you would say probably Arsenal have the best defensive sort of unit in the league. But when you look at the forward line, there's a lot to be desired. And that's why I'm saying, as of the time of recording, I don't know if Arsenal are going to retain. If I knew the signings that were coming in forward-wise, because yesterday it was Alvarez, today is Osimhen, tomorrow it's Ele Ferrawale. So my point is, we don't know what we're going to be getting. You know what I'm saying?
You don't. And yeah, while it would be quite the signing, to be fair, good competition with Noni Madueke, for example. I see that. You know what I'm saying? That'll be interesting competition on the right hand side there. But yeah, I hear your concerns, boys. But I'm here to tell you, you are going to retain the Premier League title again. The reason why I say that, and I feel like it's easier for me to say that with the concerns that you guys do have, is I've seen you guys now for a couple of seasons just be that team that just gets the job done. Like those ugly fixtures throughout the December periods and all that kind of stuff. Like, you guys have had to become that team now. But especially over the last 2 seasons, I've seen this Arsenal team be a team that just gets it done. Obviously, you guys have had the bottle job moniker for how long? But if we're being honest, like, you guys have dispelled that quite confidently, I think, in the last Premier League campaign. And then I think what Wale said is very, very important. You'll have to look at where other teams are sometimes. Sometimes I understand being an Arsenal fan and looking within and looking at the weaknesses within, you start maybe it looks a bit inferior to you. But if you look around, there could be I think United is going to have a really good Premier League campaign. I think United will have a very good Premier League campaign. Will it be one that is is going to win the Premier League title. Probably a bit too soon, if I'm being honest. I'm still not confident about how we'll do with 3 games a week. I think that's something that we have to struggle with. You guys have experienced 3 games a week. This is the same kind of core of this like team that have been developing together. You still have, as you mentioned, Rimedi, the best back line. You still have top midfielders, and one we do need to speak about, somebody that has been in the headlines a lot before we touch on fully on Bruno Guimaraes, is Miles Lewis-Skelly. Someone like Miles Lewis-Skelly, who as soon as I saw those tweets talking about him being offered to Manchester United and Chelsea, I'm already thinking about the combined 11s in my head. Is he necessarily the perfect left back for us? No, I actually don't think so. I don't think he provides what we require from a left back. I think he would have been someone that is utilized in our 8-8 system, which we'll be playing a lot more this season. But you look at Miles Lewis-Skelly, Bruno Guimaraes, Declan Rice, you have options in that midfield. Yes, you guys' front line leaves a lot to be desired. But if you bring in better midfielders, potentially, as you mentioned, you can platform those guys who don't look like they're top players. All of a sudden, this Zolis guy, who I know very little about, I'm sure you guys did a lot of work surrounding researching him. I don't know anything about Zolis, but if he's going on the end of Bruno Guimaraes, balls over the top or passes in behind, all of a sudden that you have another person that gives you potentially 10 or 15 Premier League goals. Gyökeres is someone that's come under a lot of scrutiny. Even in this last, was it a friendly that you guys did against, I don't know if it was the Como game, but there was this whole little moment that happened between him and Havertz in that front line. Where do you both stand with Victor Gyökeres? He is a Premier League champion. He was brought in to get you goals, and he did get you your most goals in the club. Yes, granted, there were a lot of penalties, but Awale, where do you stand on Victor Gyökeres?
Listen, Premier League champion.
Who, you or Gyökeres?
No, obviously, shout out to Gyökeres. He's a Premier League champion. 21 goals in a campaign. But honestly, it's poo. Just in a kettle. Genuinely. Mike, the smell. It's difficult for me because this is someone that I watched every single week, and I was waiting for the improvement. And fair enough, we won the Premier League. We stumbled over the line. And listen, I'm not going to he contributed. He did. Everton, decisive goal. Everton away, the decisive penalty. Like, he has contributed. But it's just not good enough, in my opinion. Even like now, the preseason, you can see Bruno G flicks it around the corner. He's like, I don't know. What do I do with it? Have you ever seen Beefy Burt? He doesn't know. He doesn't know. I don't know. It's just not good enough. And what's worrying now is you've seen the links. We wanted Alvarez. That's probably going to happen because of the demands. Now we're on to Osimhen. Why on earth would you be trying to sign Osimhen, who is literally Gyökeres, but with the fundamentals? That's what Osimhen is in terms of the link-up play, in terms of his pressing capabilities, in terms of his finishing ability, back to goal, running in behind. Why would we be after someone? I think that's an indictment on how poor Gyökeres has been. And it's like, also at the same time, don't want to put him out there because it's like you're going to be reducing his transfer value, maybe upsetting the camp. So obviously, have you seen, by the way, have you seen all the prop from Arsenal? It's like, oh, he's so hungry. He's just such a nice guy. How about he can score? Like, they've not complimented his footballing abilities. He's a great guy, but I can be a great guy. So let me join them as well, because I'm a good human. But yeah, man, I think Bruno G will be great in terms of helping to unlock that front line. But at the same time, I just don't think it's good enough. When you're like Champions League quarterfinal fixture in April away at the Camp Nou, and you're coming up against, Lamine Yamal, Pedri, Dani Olmo, all these players, and we're rocking up there with Tzolas, let's say, for example, Gyökeres, it's not enough to get it over the line. And we saw it this year. And I just like Rimedi said, stagnation is a problem because we don't want to get to those same latter stages of the Champions League if we get there. And it's like, oh, who's going to step up now?
I hear it. It doesn't feel as though, like, that's definitely not a front line that you can just rely upon in those dark fixtures. Do you know what I'm saying? There's those times where you just need a goal out enough. It's 0-0 going down to the 85th minute, and it's like, is this same front line the one that you're going to trust?
I do want to kind of preface that. Sorry, I don't want to yap on it, but I just do want to preface that by saying I do think that people are still a little bit underrating some of the players that we do have. Like Eze came in last year. was meant to kind of be that 10 left wing hybrid. A lot of really good moments, but overall the consistency wasn't there. He had to work on his out of the ball, off the ball movement and stuff like that. Arteta benched him for like 10 games in a row. I think we're gonna see a changed Eze this year. You know, someone that potentially could grab that left hand side for himself. Because I don't see a situation where Martin Odegaard's dropped. He's looked fantastic in the World Cup. He's looked really sharp in his preseason. And at the end of the day, that is Arsenal captain. So he's going to retain that spot in the starting 11, whether we like it. There's not going to be a situation, game week 1 or Community Shield, Odegaard's on the bench. No. So would it be Odegaard on the bench with Eze off the left and then we get a striker? Maybe. It will be very, very interesting to see. But we've got a lot of good players. Saka potentially now had some rest over the summer. We saw him perform well in the World Cup when he was playing. Yeah. Could he now have a year where he rebounds? Because Saka gets back to his level. Do we even need a left winger that can do what he does? Not necessarily. We could have a Martinelli to Zolis as a situation where they can all contribute. Saka does the heavy lifting. But we need a 9 or left wing. If it's a situation where we keep our left wing options and we focus on maybe getting an Osimhen, cool. If it's a situation where we keep our striker, Havertz, I would love to lead the line if Gyökeres, no problem. But then we need a superstar left winger. So it's one of the two. People are calling for both, and I'd love both, but I don't know, man. It's a bit of a predicament.
Yeah, before we get your thoughts on the front line, Rimedi, is there any chance that Arsenal do get one of these signings that Awale is referring to before the window closes?
Well, they need to. My word, the unrest in the fan base if that doesn't happen. My goodness gracious me. Oh my God, I'm already seeing it. September 2nd, an article from Gunner Blog. Arsenal tried, but they were not able to get the job done. And then a long-ass Athletic article saying, well, Arsenal spoke to the representatives of this and this, but they did not see enough value in this, this, and this.
Exactly. That's what it's going to be. It's like, we didn't think it was necessary. We're going to wait another year. Wait another year. I don't know why we just go get Nico Williams. Release clause is there.
I would love him. I would love
Ask
him.
Spanish.
Hey, Bradley Barcola. Hey. Bradley Barcola.
Oh, you're trying to hijack that one.
I love that one. Bro, bro, if we go sit down with his team and just say, listen, here's the money. PSG, here's the bread. Left wing, Arsenal, yours. Come, let's make movies. Let's make movies.
I think that's tempting enough.
That's what I'm saying.
And I think it's a better prospect than going and signing for Liverpool. I know Liverpool fans might not be happy hearing that.
It's just the truth. We've got a better project. We've got a better system.
100%. And if it comes to like a law, obviously Liverpool is a bigger club than us. I don't think we can sit here and have that argument. But I'm just saying that the Allure currently today, as we speak right now, to either be playing at the Carpet or playing at Anfield right now for a player like Barcola with the Parisian, the French link, to Arsenal in the past as well. Go ahead, Rimedi. Talk to me about this front line.
What's there to add apart from poo? Like Victor Gyökeres, look, for me, I don't know if you guys have been following my tweets. I've not been the biggest fan of him, even before we were linked to this guy. There was a compilation I will always remember, and it was like March last year. I quoted it saying, "This is West Ham." Yeah. And for me, I didn't mean it as disrespect, where a lot of people took it. And then in my comments, they were giving me a lot of, well, look how many goals he scored. Look how many goals he scored. You have to look sort of outside of that. Do they have qualities that will translate into the Premier League? If a guy is bullying Portuguese league centre-backs, he's not going to do the same in the Premier League. That's a guaranteed. So if that's how he gets a lot of his chances, well, unfortunately, buddy, it's not going to work here. So what we're going to have to do instead is try find a striker who can fashion chances for himself. Unfortunately, Victor Gyökeres cannot do that. You can't lump him the ball on a reliable basis and say, hey, look, hold up the ball, bring the team in, and you can get into the box to score goals. And at our level, we cannot be carrying passengers. 1 year, it was great. Thank you for Atletico Madrid, Victor Gyökeres, and thank you for Fulham. Thank you for the memories. But genuinely, wallahi, going back to my transfer bag, Arsenal have been trying to move him. They have been trying to move this guy from like May. I was having conversations in May, June. He's on the market. Mm-hmm. So that's a player that we're trying to get rid of. And as Awale mentioned, if we're trying to look at strikers, Havertz isn't going anywhere. Him and Arteta are like this. So when you have Julian Alvarez, when you have Victor Osimhen, who are two players that are completely different, but they add a different dynamic to our forward line, that's definitely something that we're after. And then, yeah, the left wing, if we can get Bradley Barcola, if we can get Nico Williams, outside of that, no one really moves me, unfortunately. The left wing market, unfortunately, is in the kettle. And we will need to find... Look, Wale, I don't know your thoughts on this, but if we can't sign Barcola or Nico Williams, who is out there?
I mean, I kind of alluded to the suggestion that, like, if we go and get an Osimhen or Alvarez, I'm not, like, if we get Alvarez and we have Saka.
You're not against the rotation happening on the left-hand side.
I'm not against the rotation with a Tzolis and an Eze, like, and a Martinelli, if Martinelli stays. I'm not. Like, especially have Bruno G, Odegaard, right? Like, we have such a good team. They're not necessarily bad players. Yeah, they're not level raisers, but I'm not opposed to that if we get a striker. But it's got to be one or the other. Both, I don't know if we do it. Obviously, it's what we need. But I don't know if we're going to do it. Martinelli, like Galatasaray, bid in £35 million. Like, is he going to go there? No. Does anybody else want him? Doesn't look like it. Is he going to stay? Probably. So, for me, in terms of who else is out there, though, I really like Mika Götze. You know, obviously he's going to PSG now. A lot of people are saying, oh, yeah, but he's in a Dutch league. You know, these stepovers and the cut inside. It's not going to work in the Premier League. But listen, PSG have just gone back to back. And what have they decided? We need more talent. And he's probably one of the best talents out there. And they've gone and grabbed him. Akalush, they've done the same. So we need to kind of just go and take a pick, man. Even for me, people might laugh, but AC Milan, what, £40 million for Rafa Leao? I know he's not been the best this past year. He's not been the best the past 2 years. But in terms of athletic ability, driving with the ball, running at a man, bruv, this guy's insane. Is it really that bad if we go and take it, go and gamble? Spend 30, 40 million pounds on Rafa Leao. If it doesn't work, we can move him on for pretty much the same money next summer. Something needs to happen. We can't be here. We can't be here in a month and it's like,
and having the same conversations. Yeah,
guys, it's okay, man. Relax. We've got a good squad depth. Havertz, Gyökeres will rotate.
Yeah, having said that, from the outside, I understand you guys' stresses. I really, really do. Hear me though. If you don't sign this, what we have all said for seasons and seasons that you need, a striker or a left winger. If you don't sign this person, guys, you're still quite strongly the favorites for the league. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I know that I'm taking.
Enzo Maresca has to figure things out. He's dropping 100 M's on Enzo Fernandez. The Enzo link up needs to happen at Etihad, apparently. We have that going on over there. Then we've got Isak and Wirtz. So yes, they could do something in Liverpool. That could be something that happens over there.
And who's playing right wing there? Who's playing right wing for like them?
No.
Yaks might be joining Liverpool right wing. Like, who have they got? That's what I'm saying. Rimedi, at the end of the day, we're looking so internally at what's wrong
and
with
rightly so. You guys want to be better than your previous selves. 100%.
We want to go to the Champions League final and win. That's why.
Yeah.
But take a look around, bro. Liverpool are one Van Dijk injury away from Busquets lining up to play midday. This guy here, midday Saturday. He'll be there, centre back.
Busquets will never, ever do that.
I would never play for Liverpool. You should know better than that. I would only ever be on that pitch as an op. That's the only chance I'm there. But listen,
50K
I was saying
50K a week?
50K a week.
Yeah.
Broski. Like we were talking about centre, you mentioned centre backs so eloquently there. I want to talk about centre backs because it seems to be there will be no window that goes past Mikel Arteta and Arsenal without a centre back being linked or coming through the door. Having said that, you have now been linked just today with Jarell Quansah, boys. Thoughts?
I'll be real. Look, for me, this centre back, it's not the biggest priority. I think he has a good qualities that he can add to Arsenal, but we do need a defender, whether that's a right back, whether that's a centre back.
Agreed.
William Saliba, my thoughts go out to you, brother. I'm not seeing you in full flow till like Christmas.
Yeah, miskin.
And for him, you know the level drop.
He's going to enjoy his summer regardless, though.
He has been enjoying his summer. It looks like
he's on cam. Oh, go on.
Yeah. He's on cam. But when you look at Saliba, you know the drop off from him to the other Arsenal centre backs. It's stark, bro.
Grand Canyon.
It's stark and it's dark. With those two, and for me, Jarell Quansah can add a little bit more. For me, Ezri Quansah is still number one. If we can get him, I'd be very, very happy. That's a Southeast London boy, Abs. That's
Ezri Quansah, very good player. Very good player.
But Gerard Konsa, I think that's a pressure move. I don't actually think we're gonna go for him. I think Ezri Konsa is still the number one, and if we can get him, I think we will, because Bukayo Saka is a little bit of a dictator at this club, and he just signs his friends. So I think we might be having another English player join our team.
Fair
Agent
enough.
B.
I
Agent
wouldn't be
B.
against it, man. I wouldn't be against it. I just don't understand though why we always go for the same kind of profiles. We love a guy that can play centre back and right back. Like there's just sometimes nothing wrong with just getting a guy that can play right back. But I understand though, because Gabriel Mascara, I don't think is a great fit. Timber's not fit to start the season. Are we going to play White centre back, or will White play right back? And if White plays right back, who's going to fill in that centre back? So I understand the concerns. And then the rest of the defenders are left-sided defenders. So I do understand it. But for me, it's like, just get one of them done. Like, cool. Villa wants 60 mil for Konsa. Maybe if Gerard Konsa is available for less and he's younger, okay, cool. Just get it done. But we need someone. The season is literally starting this week, and we're just dibbling and dabbling.
I do feel, obviously, you guys have the community shield to worry about as well, which is 2 days time. Am I thinking?
Yeah,
2 days time?
yeah.
So that's you guys have that's around the corner. But more than that, I feel like there's something that our clubs are sharing right now. Where it's like you went into this window. Regardless, obviously, the standards are a bit different because you guys are the winners, and sometimes you just don't want your club to slow down when you've won. Because that's something that, I grew up on our teams changing all the time. Like I grew up on big players leaving and things having to be shaken up for you to go again and go again and go again. And the hardest thing people always speak about, there's so many different dynasties that we've spoken about in the past, that it's the hardest thing was to go again after we won the Premier League title again. And that has to come from recruitment. And I understand why you guys are frustrated, but we're dealing with something similar as well. Quickly, I want to hear what you guys think will finish up the top four. I think we are all in agreement that we believe Arsenal should be the favourites to win the Premier League title. I have Arsenal at 1 as well.
Yeah.
Give me what the rest of your top four would be, and if you want to give a bit of rationale to it, feel free.
Okay, I'll go. I think City are, for me, Arsenal's closest contenders. I think, although Pep left and although Rodri could be leaving, I don't know what the situation is right now, because apparently I read he was going to stay if in case Barcelona can't get a deal agreed. You know, when a team ends a season really well, typically they start the next season really well.
Yeah.
City, for me, since Christmas, since January, were in such a good flow. And I think, let's say the season started in January and it would have extended on, it would have been way closer than 7 points. I think the difference was between Arsenal and City towards the end of the season. So that's a big one. City, when you have a forward line that balance in Cherki, Semenyo, Doku, who for me, as I mentioned now, one of the best wingers in the world. I keep mentioning that. And Mr. Haaland up front, anything can happen. So that's my number 2. Number 3, I'd probably edge this Chelsea over United. And the only reason why I say that is because Chelsea, there's one game a week.
One game a week.
Yeah, one game a week goes far. And I think United right now, the squad depth ain't really depthing.
Yeah.
Like one injury.
Yeah.
One injury to a centre-back, one injury to a Yuri Tielemans is dark.
Yeah.
For me, if Harry Maguire goes down, then we're in for problems, if I'm being honest. And the reason why I say Harry Maguire instead of someone like a Licha is because I've seen Aiden Heavens really come into his own during preseason, and I really like the idea of him getting a lot more Premier League minutes this season. But I think if you lose out the right centre back, I like this. Lenny Yoro has been used as an auxiliary right back in preseason, and I actually probably think it probably suits him a little bit better. I think he still looks which really is a concern for me, that he looks somewhat jittery still on the ball after having a couple of seasons in England, but that still seems to be the case. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. What you said, Arsenal, City, Chelsea, United. Not mad at that at all. What have you got for me?
I've got Arsenal. I've got City. I've got Chelsea again. I think, listen, Chelsea's starting 11, I think actually looks good. Bruv, it looks good. Like, you talk about Caicedo, Rodgers, Palmer, João Pedro. They've got solid defense. And they've got Xabi Alonso. Like, listen, this is a league manager. He took Bayer Leverkusen all the way against Bayern Munich. Once he implements his system, one game a week. So I think they'll do well. I think fourth, I'll go United. I'll go United. I just think this year is going to be so much closer because, for example, the teams that we haven't mentioned, Liverpool, Spurs, I think Spurs will do really well. Spurs, another team, when their injured players come back, they've got a really good starting 11. People might ban and joke, but that is a very good Doggy, Porro, Bentancur coming back, Kulusevski, Madders back from injury. They've You've got bloody their two new 90, 100 million pound midfielders in Fernandes and Tonali, and then again, one game a week. So I think it's going to be really close, but that's my top 4 for now. But again, United, I think Champions League is back now. You're going from one game a week under Carrick to now Tuesday, Champions League, Saturday, week after Cup, back to the league, Champions League again. And these players are going to have to adapt, man. And again, I think United, their starting 11 is unreal, really good, but it's the depth. The defense, probably not where it needs to be in terms of the backups and also the midfield, man. I think attack, you got enough, especially with Marcus Rashford coming back. Oh, I hope he does so well this year.
So do I.
I really hope he takes that left spot as his own and just, I think he could do well, man.
100%. I think more than anything, United do need a left back. A lot of this, was affected my top 4 when I was giving my predictions into the SDS. Is a lot to do with potential people leaving. So, for example, is that Rimedi frozen?
Allah, he actually is frozen. No, genuinely, I thought he was cooking. He's frozen.
He's actually frozen.
Oh, this guy's a liability.
I love it. But I've gone, like, the reason why I said it is because, so for example, if Rodri leaves City, Awale, then for me, City's not the same thing at all. It's completely different. But I've got Arsenal first, and I've got Manchester United second. The reason why I put United second is I do think City, if they lose Rodri, is affected. Xabi Alonso going in one game a week. I've seen a back three manager to come and try and do that at a big club. It wasn't easy for him. I think Xabi Alonso is better coach than Roberto Amorim, but I just think having to teach those systems, obviously they've got some specialists in there, but they've got a lot of firepower, but Chelsea are just still in that mode. Also, Enzo Fernandez could be leaving as well. And that change from Rodri leaving out.
He is leaving. He is leaving.
Oh, sorry. Khalas.
No, not Khalas.
Khalas, wait the mate. That's the new one.
No, wait the mate.
That's it. Khalas, that's it. He's the wait the mate. That's it, done.
Khalas, wait the mate is the new one. I love it. But so Enzo Fernandez might be going over to City. So there's a lot of things to be considered. But I do have United second. Mm-hmm. A little bit is a bit of hopium. Obviously, us having to deal with 3 games a week. It is contingent upon us getting that left back signing. I really want Lewis Hall. Guys, I promise you, a left back is actually the most important signing Manchester United we need right now. For the dynamics of the way that we want to press against teams, we need a left back that's going to be able to jump. And Luke Shaw, the more he jumps, the more I'm scared he's not going to jump again. That's a big problem. Because you could jump. You keep jumping. How many more jumps have you got left? I don't know how much jumping he's got left. There's no more in the knees where he ain't got no chance no more. Miskinka. So I need Lewis Hall more than anything. So it's contingent a little bit on that. But I think Man United will play the best football in the league next season. I'm just confident of we saw from January to the end of the season. You mentioned Rimedi about how if teams finish the season strong, usually they should start it very, very strong. United might have finished the season stronger than anybody else. I think only you guys collected more points than us from when Carrick came in. And also just how many forward passes we're going to have in that midfield. Cobby's yet to come back into preseason. He's going to be playing today. Cobby, with him passing the ball forward. Yuri Tillemans passing the ball forward. Santos. And then we have the Cunha, Brunos, and Mbomos. All those players that love to play in small pockets of space in the center of the pitch. I'm going to really enjoy watching Manchester United this season. So I've got them second. Third, I have Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
I have Liverpool third. And again, this one is based really mainly on one guy. And his name is Fuad Kadani. If Fuad can have a resurgent season playing up top for Liverpool and get 30 goals all comps or 20 goals in the Premier League and really have at it, and someone like Florian Wirtz has a really, really good season as well.
Yeah.
Liverpool could be dangerous. I think they could be dangerous. And I think they do need to work on really trying to find what works for them in midfield. We saw Dominic Szoboszlai be really the main man that was trying to make so much happen for Liverpool last season. I still rate someone like Gravenberch really highly. So we'll have to see how Anthony Raiola platforms them and I think someone like Soboslai will love playing under Iraola as well, just how much he loves workhorses and their off-ball possession. And in fourth place, I have Manchester City. I think Enzo Maresca is a very, very good coach. And if you just improve the level of quality of players that he has at his disposal, I think good things can happen for Manchester City as well. So that's how I have it with my top four with Chelsea, just marginally missing out. But yeah, I hope this is a really good Premier League season, boys. I hope it's a really entertaining one. I think Bruno Guimaraes might make Arsenal a little bit more digestible to watch. And I think one player can actually have that impact. And I mean that because I watch Arsenal. Of course, we all watch a lot of Arsenal. And it got tough at times. Like, I'm talking from a purely analytical point rather than the rival. Obviously, I was loving when you guys were having your little hiccups, left, right, and center. But if we're talking strictly watching as a football fan, like, I loved watching Arsenal a lot, like a couple of years ago. I was a big fan of watching Arsenal. So hopefully Bruno G makes it a little bit more digestible this season. Any last words on your Premier League campaign next season, boys? Talk to me.
Look, man.
Good player.
I'll take him.
That's all please. Please, anyone, please. Anyone, whoever, please. Bro, we need someone, bro. Our forward line, wallahi, I was putting up with nonsense last season from some of the participants in our forward line. Please, I just want, outside of Bukayo Saka and maybe Kai Havertz sometimes, I need a forward that I can rely on. I need a forward that can come to this club and say, look, calm down. Calm down.
Davido,
Calm down. That's what I need.
Naturally.
And unfortunately, doesn't look like we're going to sign one as of yet. So inshallah, man. Inshallah.
The ITKs are saying inshallah. We are in a dire situation. Awale, last words on Arsenal.
Yeah, man. Just hope we get the signings done. Like, we've been here 3 summers in a row, and it's just getting tiring. I would have thought us winning the Premier League now would have given a bit more jump. Like, we know how good this feels. We want to keep feeling that emotion of winning. So hopefully we can do something these last 2 weeks, man.
Well, not so either. Hopefully for you guys, I guess. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Not quite paying for rent situation Barrow Brothers, but as you guys can see, the shelves are looking a little bit bare behind me. Where are the Man United shirts gone that were on the backdrop? Make sure you guys are liking, sharing, hyping, commenting, subscribing. Make sure you check out the boys. Their information will, as always, ever be in the description. You're going to see unbelievable things from Awale on stream. Barrow Brothers is already on his way to the moon. Don't miss out before the solar eclipse. Genuinely, go there and go and show love to everything the boys are doing. And we will catch you guys next time on the channel. Peace.